Chinese President Xi Jinping and his wife Peng Liyuan have sent condolences to Queen Elizabeth over the death of her husband Prince Philip, saying their thoughts are with the British royal family. Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, died on Friday at the age of 99. Buckingham Palace issued a statement saying his death at Windsor Castle was peaceful. Flags at Buckingham Palace and at the government buildings throughout the UK have been lowered to half-mast in memory of him. Prince Philip was the longest-serving consort in British history by his wife's side throughout her 69-year reign. Buckingham Palace indicated that the funeral arrangements would be scaled down due to COVID-19 restrictions. We also asked people who wish to express their condolences to do so as safely as possible and not to gather around the royal residences. Our UK correspondent Nawid Jabarkil has more.
As you can see behind me, people coming here to pay their respects, some people laying flowers, although in the past few moments Buckingham Palace has put out a statement urging people not to come because of the coronavirus pandemic, and as you can see, the issue of social distancing. Tributes have been being poured in from across the political spectrum, not just here in the UK but across the world. Boris Johnson led some of those tributes, the Prime Minister coming out of Downing Street in a statement saying the Prince's impact will be felt across generations here in the United Kingdom.
Prince Philip earned the affection of generations here in the United Kingdom, across the Commonwealth and around the world. So we mourn today with Her Majesty the Queen. We offer our condolences to her and to all her family. And we give thanks as a nation and a kingdom for the extraordinary life and work of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
Although he'll be best known as the consort, the longest-serving consort in British history, 69 years he was alongside Queen Elizabeth, he did have a long and illustrious career himself. Before meeting the Queen, he was actually a member of the Greek royal household, born in Corfu in 1921 to the Danish and Greek royal families, where he was a prince. But just a year later, his family had to flee after a military coup, and he ended up in Paris before going to Scotland, and eventually, as a Royal Navy officer here in the UK, he met Queen Elizabeth. The pair married in 1947, and just a few years later, in 1952, after the death of King George VI, she became monarch, and that's when really he had to give up his career in the Navy and become the consort, something that he did, according to the Queen, with great grace and for almost 7 decades as well. It wasn't just being along her side that was part of his career to public service. He was also patron of around 800 organisations and charities, as well as doing about 20,000, more than 20,000 events and public duties, something he retired from that role of public service in 2017. Tributes will continue to be paid for him here, not just in London but across the UK. And in terms of his funeral, we've heard that it will not be a state funeral and he will not lie in state, but the funeral will take place in Windsor as per his own wishes and custom, according to Windsor Castle. Nawid Jabarkil, CGTN, London.